Hey y'all, I am making a dessert today. I'm making caramel apple bars, and I am using a crescent roll, well, a dough sheet. You can use crescent rolls if you want to, and there's actually different ways you can make them. You can use crescent rolls and do them individually, or you can use crescent rolls, pinch the seams together and lay it out on a cookie sheet, or buy the dough sheet if you can find it that you don't have to pinch the holes together. Now, instead of using one long sheet, I put half of the dough in each of these modular pans. And my reasons for that is one of them is going to have nuts and one of them is not. One of my daughters, she's not allergic to nuts, but they just don't agree with her. So I'm doing one without nuts. So far all I've done is put the dough, and again, you could do one long sheet. You don't have to divide it. I pricked some holes with a fork in the bottom of the dough, and I've already put 1/4 cup of brown sugar, because the whole recipe, if you were doing a whole one, would be 1/2 cup of brown sugar. So I'm dividing the brown sugar. The next step is to put some chopped apples. So I went ahead and cored and peeled, and I'll move this so you can see it. I went ahead and cored and peeled my apple. I almost didn't peel it because I love the peeling. God put that peeling on all of our fruits and vegetables for a reason, and some of them I just think we're supposed to eat. They've got a lot of nutrition value in them, but I did peel them today. Now, I'll go ahead and show you how easy it was I still have my core. I used the core, apple core, and I just pushed it down, and you can see that I have this core right in here. You can actually walk over to the trash can and squeeze this button and drop it in. So I wanted to show you that. Now I just take my nylon knife and just slice the apple in half, and then got a few more slices. And y'all, if you don't have a food chopper in your kitchen, you're missing out. Let me move this so you can see. I just take a couple slices and lay here on the mat. I could actually do it right in the lid, and I'm going to do it about 8 times. You'll see those chops that I have? So I'll go ahead and do these 2. I love using this to chop up nuts, meats, fruits, vegetables, anything that you've got that needs chopping. This baby will be your friend. Okay, so now I will go ahead and put the rest of the brown sugar. To do my 1/2 cup, I used the measure all cup, and then I was able to push it up to the 1/4, which was halfway, to get that brown sugar, so I didn't have to measure it and divide it, basically. So now you just spread your brown sugar on the bottom of your crust. And again, you can do this in one whole roll, not half. But I am making 2 individual ones because they will be different. Okay? And then I will take these apples. They get brown so fast when you chop them or peel them. Pampered Chef don't sell this handy scraper anymore, but it is like having a second hands in the kitchen. And I sure have enjoyed mine. I'm going to put a little more in that one. Spinning it around. The modular pans, again, I'm using them because I'm doing 2 different versions of my caramel apple bars. But the main reason I'm doing that is that these fit in our air fryer. So I'm not going to heat up my big oven in the kitchen today. I'm going to do these right in the air fryer. All right, so the next step to making your caramel apple bars is to sprinkle them with cinnamon sugar. I don't buy the cinnamon sugar mix. I make my own. I just basically put cinnamon and sugar. So I'm going to sprinkle that over top. And I guess you could actually go ahead and cut your apples up and coat them in this cinnamon sugar mixture if you wanted to save an extra layer. But it's not hard just to do it the way I'm doing it. Get all that out. These are so good, y'all. Okay, the next step after my apple and my cinnamon sugar is going to be some caramel sauce. I'm just using the ice cream caramel sauce, and I'm not going to measure it. I'm just going to drizzle it over the top, a generous amount, because that's the best part to me. And both of these will have that. Y'all see those? I could probably, other than the dough, eat everything as is right now, just raw. Okay, and then we're going to sprinkle it with some sea salt. I'm using pink Himalayan salt. You don't have to do this, but it just, a little bit of sweet and salty together gives it a great flavor. There's a lot of salt in dessert recipes. I've got that on there. Now, one of these, I'm going to put nuts. So I've just got some dry roasted nuts, and I will do these right in the lid because I'm not going to do many. So I'm just going to put some nuts in here and give them a chop. You don't have to really chop them if you don't want to, but I like them a little bit smaller than the whole peanuts. So now, see how that chopped them up really, really quick? So I'm going to sprinkle nuts on this one. Y'all, these are so, so good. I will be baking these in the air fryer, but if you were doing it in the oven, it's 375 degrees for about 25 minutes. Just check them after 20 minutes is what I always tell people, because all ovens are different. And then just bake a little bit more if you need to. Y'all see that? Doesn't that look delicious? Now, one last thing that I will do for both, and I forgot to get it out. I made some streusel topping, and I think my butter was too soft, so I put it back in the refrigerator, and I'll share the recipe with this also. So I'm just going to drop some streusel topping over the top of these, and then we'll be ready to bake. But I am going to put this on both of them. That topping is the best part. I don't know, it's all good. So y'all let me know if you ever had these caramel apples, caramel apple bars. And again, not to repeat it 100 times, but you can bake this in one long roll, and you can roll it up like cinnamon rolls. When you get everything in the middle of your pastry dough, just roll it up, cut it in slices, and bake it, and then you'll have individual cinnamon rolls. Or you can do individual crescent rolls. But I like to do them in these little bars and cut them. And you need to let the bars cool really, really good. I won't keep doing this to keep you guys on, but I will come back. I'll either take pictures and put at the end, or I'll come back on when they're done and cool so we can slice them. But you get the idea. I'll finish dropping this streusel all over it, and I'll do this one too. The modular pans do actually come in a set of 3. You get 2 of the small ones. That's about a 6 by 8, and then you get 1 large one. And if you're doing sheet meals in the oven, it's great because you can put things that take different amount of times to cook in them, and then take one out and leave the other one in if you need to. So thank you so much for watching, and y'all stay tuned, and we'll be back with the reveal. Thanks. Okay, y'all, my caramel apple bars are done, and I did not do what I advised you to do, and that is set a timer. And I got them a little bit too done, but my children and grandchildren came over and they're outside swimming, so I got sidetracked with them. But I've taken one out of the pan, and I'm being impatient and not really letting it cool, but I wanted to slice it so you could see the inside of this bar. Ooh, that's warm, warm. So it will thicken even more as it sits and cools, but Miss Impatient wants to hurry up and eat some. And also I just wanted to show you, this is the one with the nuts, and the one without the nuts is here. That pan's still warm too. So in Pampered Chef's air fryer, there's different levels that you can put 3 trays. So I put one on the top, one on the bottom, and it will beep when it's halfway through. I happen to still be inside during that time. So what I did was when it's halfway through is I took the tray on the bottom, put it on the top, the tray on the top, and put it on the bottom. And that gives them equal times of baking. So I really should have I set it for 25 minutes and planned on checking it at 20. So I think 20 minutes would have been more than enough in the air fryer. So I will share the recipe for these with you in the comments, as well as that cinnamon streusel topping on the top. So thank you so much for watching, and these bars are delicious and really so easy to make. So I hope you will try them in your kitchen. Thanks, y'all. Have a great day. Bye-bye.